And I'm going to start where I would actually start with the customer, and that's going to be, I'm going to start with the best value guarantee. Diana will, this particular role play, you'll be buying a Motor Trend certified used vehicle. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate all at once here 3 of Diana's fears. What I want you to pay attention to is the conversational nature of how I create value. And if I'm not having a conversation, and I have to work at this, make no mistake about it, it's easy to present. It's hard to converse. So, Diana's landed on a Motor Trend certified vehicle. Now I'm going to quickly, this should take about 2.5 minutes. I'm going to eliminate 3 of her fears, but I'm also going to have to find out if she's actually got these fears. Diana, you've landed on a Motor Trend certified vehicle. It's a special vehicle, but every car salesman in the world is going to tell you exactly that. Let me explain how it's special. Look, we've known for years that when a consumer walks onto a dealer's lot, whether it's our lot or anybody else's, there's 3 fears that they normally have when they're purchasing a used car. You may have some of the same fears. For example, do you ever worry about paying a car dealer too much for a car or a truck?
Yes.
Okay, well, you and 300 million Americans agree that's the #1 fear they have when they walk on the lot. They don't want to pay more than somebody did yesterday for the same vehicle. They don't want to pay more for the vehicle than somebody will tomorrow. We have completely eliminated that problem. Now, that sounds a little crazy. A car salesman telling you that you can't pay too much for a car, right? And if you're not skeptical, I think something was wrong with you. You should be skeptical. But it's fairly simple the way we do it. Number 1, we price our vehicles on the internet to attract people like you. I'm going to guess that not only was the car attractive, but the price had to be fairly attractive too, correct?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess we weren't the only website that you looked at before you got here?
No, I do my car shopping.
Okay, well, Diana, you're doing what any good consumer should, all right? But you're probably wondering at this point, you know, how much lower might we go? How much lower could somebody else go for a similar vehicle, right? Well, I'm going to guarantee you in writing, Diana, that you are not going to find a vehicle like this anywhere else on the planet for less money. I'm not only going to guarantee it, I'm going to guarantee it in writing. And the guarantee works like this. Once you take delivery today, we're going to give you 5 days. You're going to have the ability to search any website you want to, any other Ford website, any other new car franchise website, any independent used car website, Craigslist, newspaper classifieds. It doesn't matter. It can be in North Carolina, South Carolina. It can be in Idaho, Arizona, California. It can be in South Africa. It can be in the Mideast. It can be in Europe. If you find a similar vehicle, when I say similar, it has to be the same make, model, year, trim level. The miles have got to be within 10,466. And it's got to come with the same benefits, options, and accessories that our vehicle has. But if you find that vehicle advertised for a lower price, all you have to do is show us that vehicle, and we will cheerfully cut you a check back for the difference. Now, has any dealer ever made that commitment to you and made it in writing?
No.
It's called our best value guarantee, and it is in writing. The last thing you need to worry about today, Diana, is paying too much for a vehicle. We will not let it happen. But on the off chance that it does, we will reimburse you the difference should you find a similar vehicle with the same benefits anywhere. Cool?
Yeah.
All right. Secondly, you know, every single day people shop us, they shop other stores around North Carolina, and they leave without buying because they're just not sure if the vehicle's right. Now, if you go to Macy's and buy a sweater and you bring it home and you put it on, it doesn't look right, you can take it back and exchange it, can't you? If you go to Best Buy and you buy a camera or something and you decide it's just not right, you can take it back and exchange it. But when you buy a car from a car dealership, you're pretty much stuck with it, aren't you? Not at County Ford, not at Stearns Ford. You're not stuck with it. Diana, we want you to be happy not for 3 days. We want you to be happy for 3, 4, 5, 6 years. So we're going to give you a 3-day test drive. During those first 3 days, if you decide for any reason, color, equipment, model, your dog just starts barking at it and won't stop. It doesn't matter. During those first 3 days, you've got the right to bring it back and exchange it. We ask that you don't put more than 300 additional miles on the odometer. We ask that you don't run into anything because you need to bring it back in the same condition. Now, has any dealer lately offered you a 3-day test drive?
No, not at all.
Okay. This is also in writing. It's called our 72-hour exchange policy. And the last fear our customers have, and again, it may be the same fear you have, is you're buying a used car. You ever think about buying somebody else's problem?
Yes, all the time.
Okay, well, that should be a legitimate concern. However, we put it through an inspection, not a safety inspection. We put it through an inspection. We test every single one of these items. If something doesn't pass, we have to fix or replace it. And if we choose not to fix or replace it, we cannot Motor Trend certify the vehicle. What we normally do with it is we send it to the auction. Another dealer around here buys it and they put it on their lot because there's no other Motor Trend certified dealer in the area. And what most dealers do when they have a used vehicle that's not a factory certified vehicle, they put a 1 month, 1,000 mile powertrain only warranty on it. It really doesn't cover much, and quite frankly, the risk is high. If it's Motor Trend certified, it's passed all of these points, and then we guarantee it. We guarantee it with a 6-month, 7,500 mile, comprehensive limited warranty. Now that sort of sounds crazy. How can it be comprehensive and limited at the same time? Well, the federal government requires us to call it limited because it doesn't cover everything. It covers most of the mechanical workings of the vehicle. If you have any questions about what it does cover, everything in the middle of that page is covered. So it's your engine, your transmission, your drive axle, it's your braking system, it's your cooling system, it's your heating system, it's your front suspension, it's your rear suspension, it's your electrical system, it's your high-tech convenience option. So all those items are covered. So should something fail during the first 6 months or 7,500 miles, all you're responsible for is $100. Everything over that will be paid for you. So if your power window actuator goes out and it's a $700 repair, you pay $100, we pay $600. Okay? It also comes with 6 months of roadside assistance. And by the way, if you plan on keeping your vehicle longer than 6 months, make sure you check with one of our business managers. They'll show you how to extend this coverage. So Diana, we'll go have some fun, but you can rest assured you don't need to worry about paying too much for the vehicle. You don't need to worry about picking out the wrong vehicle because you've got the exchange option. And you don't need to worry about buying somebody else's problem. It's been inspected and guaranteed, then warranted. So let's go out. Like I said, have some fun, make sure the vehicle's right, because there's no such thing as a good deal on the wrong car, is there? Okay?
Sounds good.
All right. So that's how I take care of that right up front. I'm not gonna go into anything else until I'm out at the vehicle, or when I'm doing a trade walk. It can be any number of different places. But now let's say that I'm in a place where I want to talk about Resistol. You're looking at a used car, Diana. Are you familiar with the paint warranty?
No.
Okay, well, that's because there isn't one, okay? Even if you bought a brand new Ford, there is no paint warranty other than for defects. But if your paint is damaged by acid rain or bird droppings or tree sap, there's no warranty. We've protected your paint. Resistol is a chemically bonded compound that we put on the outside of the vehicle, and we also protect the inside of the vehicle as well. We're going to take that same compound, actually it's a little bit different compound for the interior, but we're going to make sure we chemically bond it with your interior so it's protected against spills and things like that. So what's in this for you is, number one, it's going to keep your car looking better, way longer. But more importantly, when it comes to the money, if your vehicle looks better than somebody else's vehicle, when you go to trade or sell it 3, 4, 5, 6 years from now, you'll be able to get more money for that vehicle, which it'll lower your total investment. All right, so you've got Resistol for 3 years, and you can always extend that coverage as well. Nitrofill. Are you familiar with Nitrofill, Diana?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, most people don't. It was actually invented, not invented, it was first pioneered by the Boeing airplane factory. They had trouble going through tires because when you just have regular air in your tire, all right, it expands and contracts based on the temperature outside. So when the jets would go way up in the air, well, it's like minus 32 degrees up there. So the pressure would change, and when they would come down, the pressure wasn't what it was when they took off, so they were going through tires. So they started filling the tires with nitrogen. Nitrogen is a different compound than regular air. It doesn't expand, it doesn't contract, which means your tires are going to have a consistent air pressure. If your vehicle comes with one of those air pressure warning lights, it's not going to go off in the winter or go off in the summer when it heats up or cools down. But most importantly, it's going to extend your tire life by up to 30%. So if your tires cost $1,000 to replace, it's going to get you an additional $300 worth of tire wear. It's also going to increase your fuel economy because the tires are going to wear more evenly. So, we're going to save you money a couple different ways. We're going to save you money on your paint, your interior, and your tires, but we're not done. I assume you plan on having the vehicle serviced according to the factory recommended intervals, right?
Oh, of course, only twice.
Okay. Well, for the next 3 years, up to 5 times, we're going to pay for your oil change and your tire rotation. Now combined, that's about a $60 operation. So we're going to give you $300 worth of tire rotations and oil changes. Now why are we doing that? We're not a charitable outfit. We want you to use our service department. We know it's terrific, but you don't. We figure after the first 5 times, having your oil change and your tires rotated, you will know exactly how great our service department is, and you will continue using it. So Diana, look, you're going to get a great price on the vehicle, make no mistake about that, but we're also going to lower your cost of ownership, and we're going to do our best to increase your resale value. So between our terrific price, our low cost of ownership, and our higher resale value, you're not going to be able to find a better deal anywhere else in the state of North Carolina. Let's go check out the vehicle, make sure it's the right one for you, okay?